Here are two different models that can be used to organize history research. The first one is known as the basic outline. It looks a little something like this. As an example topic, I will be using major wars in history. When making an outline, the first thing you should do is write the topic at the top. Here you can see I have major wars in history written at the top of the page. The next step is to identify your major supporting details, which in this case are World War II and the Civil War. These are written with the header of an uppercase letter. Each one of these major supporting details should have at least two major examples. In my example, the two examples for World War II are two major events that occurred during the war, the Holocaust and the Pearl Harbor attack. These examples are written with the headers 1 and 2. The last step is to identify your details. These differ from the supporting details because they are specific to the examples. In this case, my examples for the Holocaust are two of the most well-known people associated with the Holocaust, Adolf Hitler and Anne Frank. These examples are written with the headers of lowercase letters to differentiate them from the supporting details. Once you've completed your outline, each one of the major supporting details becomes the topic of a paragraph. With this outline, you are able to clearly identify what examples and details will be written in each paragraph, which will make the essay writing process much easier. The second model we will be looking at is known as the hierarchical model. It looks a little something like this. For this model, I will be using the same example as for the first one. When using the hierarchical model, the first step is to write down your topic at the top of the page and draw a box around it. This becomes the top spot in the model in which all the parts are connected to. The next step is to write down your supporting details. In this example, my two supporting details are World War II and the Civil War. These should be written below your topic and also have boxes drawn around them. Then, you should connect the topic box with the supporting detail boxes. After you've completed this step, the next step is to write down your examples. In this case, the examples I have for the Civil War are the two sides of the war, the Union and the Confederate. These examples should be written below your supporting details and drawn in smaller boxes than the topic and major supporting details. Then, these boxes should be connected to the supporting detail boxes. Then, you continue with writing down your details, which should be written below the examples and again be drawn in boxes with lines connecting them to the supporting examples. With the hierarchical model, when writing your essay, you go down the tier. You start with the topic at the top, then the supporting detail, then the example, down to the smaller details. This allows you to make the connections between the supporting details, examples, and details to simplify the writing process.